Hello everyone, Colvin here. Today I wanted everyone to take a look at the 4-color Superfriends deck I've made. Now, this deck isn't, I guess you would say, the best deck in the planet, but it's fun and it can win games, and that's all that really matters in my opinion. If I can enjoy playing what I'm playing, even if I lose a decent bit, I'm happy. And this deck, it doesn't lose a lot. I mean, it can win pretty effectively. We've got a decent curve going on here. Some low-end stuff. We've got 3 cast downs to take care of early game creatures. 3 Dovin's Veto. I really like this card. It's negate but better. It is a little hard to run in a multicolored deck like this because of the fact that you need white and blue, but it's mainly there for late game to help prevent bad things from happening to your planeswalkers anyway. Sky Dancer is one of my favorite early game planeswalkers. The fact that her +2 essentially can make a lot of creatures useless when you're going up against mid-range and aggro decks, I love it. Her -3, I mean, you can go turn 4 and have a 4/4 elemental bird flying on the field. It's pretty good. And if you get her emblem out, that's also just as good. You're able to draw lots of cards, because we are running a decent bit of islands that are, pain lands. We have Narset. We are only running 5 creatures in this deck. 2 Nicol, Bolas, and 3 Elite Guardmage. Narset essentially can pull anything from our deck with her -2. She's really good. If you can get her out, you can just keep minusing her. Well, obviously, you can only do it twice, but I mean, you minus her, play another one minus. You can get anything you need, essentially. 2 Othakayas to give us a little bit of life gain and some removal. It's also very helpful to deal the 2 damage and gain 2 life when you're trying to, your opponent's trying to attack your planeswalkers, which they're more than likely going to be doing. 2 Deafening Clarion. This card is there for early game removal and late game lifelink. If you need a little bit extra life later, Deafening Clarion can really help out with that. 3 Elite Guardmage. Wonderful card. It's a 2/3 body with flying, 3 life, and you draw a card. There's a reason Esper runs this card. 2 Nicol Bolas the Ravager. My favorite planeswalker is Nicol Bolas, so why would I not run all the Nicol Bolases that I could? He's not a planeswalker right away, but he's still great. I mean, he's a 4-drop 4/4 with flying that makes your opponent discard, and then for 7 he turns into this unstoppable beast. 2 Cleansing Nova, just to help clear up the board. 2 Sarkhan the Masterless. Win condition. Him out with a few of our early game planeswalkers, like a Sky Dancer and a Narset, equals we win, right? 1 Teferi. I would rather run the 3-drop Teferi in this deck. At the same time, I want to use the 5-drop until he's out of standard. So I figured for now I'll use the 5-drop, and he's a strong card. I mean, this card on the field can change the game, so why not? 2 Dragon Gods. He's Nicol Bolas the Dragon God. I mean, why would I not be running 2 of those, right? Especially in a Planeswalker deck. 2 Command the Dreadhorde for late game regrouping. If all of our resources ran dry, we've lost all our planeswalkers and things aren't looking good, if we can get this off, we can essentially take back the game. And that's why I mainly have some extra life gain in the deck to help make sure we have the life to do that. 2 Chandra, Awakened Inferno. The best Chandra in my opinion. This card is so good. It can't be countered. The emblem it creates can cause some pressure. Her -3 can essentially wipe the board. It's a Deafening Clarion that just doesn't hit elementals. Yeah, against the elemental deck, it's not going to be that good, but I mean, still. Two Ugins, another win condition to the deck. This card can just stack up your field. I mean, getting 2/2 tokens, well, it's not really tokens, but you know what I mean. They are tokens, but they aren't. The fact that it's the top card of your deck, and when that card dies, you get it in your hand, is great value. We're running 3 Godless Shrines, 3 Temple of Silence, 4 Watery Grave, 3 Steam Vents, 2 Temple of Epiphany, 3 Blood Crypts, 3 Sacred Foundries, 2 Temple of Triumph, and 3 Interplanar Beacon. This card is another life gain part of the deck. When you're playing a Planeswalker every turn and you have all 3 of these out, that's 3 life per Planeswalker you're playing. I love it. Sideboard, we've got 2 Seal Away, some early game removal against aggro decks, 2 Elderspells. Elderspell, in my opinion, is really good in this deck because you can take out your opponent's Planeswalkers when you're up against that kind of deck, but then you can also put some loyalty counters on your own Planeswalkers. I mean, if your opponent's playing a lot of Planeswalkers, you can get an emblem out immediately. I mean, you can play Elderspell and emblem, I don't know, Teferi? Dragon God? 2 Ashiok. I like Ashiok against decks that run like Thought Eraser, you know, Grixis, stuff like that. It's also pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I read that wrong. Spells and abilities your opponent control can't cause the controller's sorcerer library. Wrong thing. He's not there for Thought Eraser. He's there for Scape Shift. Also, his -1, I mean, it exiles your opponent's graveyard. That's really good for any Reanimator decks as well. Unmoored Ego, it's there for Nexus of Fate and Scape Shift as well. It's also just a solid card when you know what your opponent's playing, if you want to get rid of their key pieces. 2 Bedevil. This card is mainly in here to help stop Immortal Sun if it's boarded in against me. It's also a solid, 3-drop removal card, so. 2 Ixalan Bindings. I like Ixalan Binding a lot. I'm running white. Why would I not run it? It can really help in situations when you're up against an elemental deck and you can hit that early game Risen Reef. I mean, if you go turn 4 and take their Risen Reef, you can shut down their gas immediately. 2 Ritual of Soot. We're not running any creatures. This helps against aggro, so I'm running 2 Ritual Soots. So we're going to do a couple of best of 1 matches. That way we can get a little variety. And let's see how things go. I like playing this deck a lot because I've got a soft spot for multicolored Planeswalker decks. I just feel if you get multiple Planeswalkers out and you're just controlling the game and constantly attacking your opponent with these powerful abilities, it feels pretty good. We don't have double blue, but I like this. I'm gonna keep it. Mainly because we can still Oath of Kaya, and hopefully one of these can get us the double blue we need. I don't want Command the Dreadhorde right away. I would rather draw something else. Okay, so we're up against Simic Flash. That could... either that or mono blue. Yep, mono blue. Okay. I doubt our Oath of Kaya will resolve to kill that card. Okay, so we don't need a Sacred Foundry, so we're going to throw that down there. Excuse me. So I'm hoping he doesn't hold up his mana for a counter spell at this point, because I would like to Oath of Kaya that. But I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to resolve a spell next turn. Okay. Is the game frozen or... Major lag spike? Question mark? Okay, so he's obviously holding up something here. I think we're gonna try it anyway. It's most definitely gonna get countered. Yeah. Alright. I doubt Definite Clarion is going to resolve either. He's got a good thing going. I mean, if he keeps countering what I play, he could just keep pecking me for 2. Mono blue, it's good. It really is. Yeah, he's got another one. Let's just attempt to do it. And see what happens. If anything, we can build up to a Cleansing Nova, and hopefully he won't have any more counter spells at that point. Oh, dive down. Okay. We need one more mana to Cleansing Nova. Next turn we can try an Elite Guardmage at the very least. We still don't have our double blue, so we can't play Sky Dancer or Narset. I'm going to try and play Elite Guardmage here. Oh, okay. So this deck... Whew. Alright. This isn't looking too good. Oh, if we draw... Oh no? I think I'm running many lands that come into play without pain. Oh, if I draw a beacon, I might be able to play something. He doesn't have a counter spell. And we lost. Alright, let's go to the next game. The deck does struggle against counter-based decks. Aggro, normally it can handle it because of all the removal, but when that removal gets countered, yeah. So, anytime your opponent's playing a ton of counter spells, you're going to have a bad time. Yes, it does involve playing more smartly around it, but it's like, I can only do 1 or 2 things a turn. We don't have the... Well, we have the Interplanar Beacon. I think I'm going to keep this. We don't have the black for the cast down, but I think it should be fine, because we can get Narset. So we'll start with this. And keep that. That way we can have cast down open next turn. If we choose to. Sovereign Knight. Okay. I think I'm going to just scry again. And I think we're fine. We don't really need this because we have the beacon. The beacon is really good for fixing our mana with our planeswalkers. Okay. Let's play Narset.
Mind and body meditate and prepare.
We're gonna go with Sarkhan. He is a win condition. So hopefully he or she attacks Narset, yeah. Another thing about running these low drop planeswalkers is they're great early game absorbers of damage. I mean, that's 3 less damage I've taken. So at this point, I'm just going to do this and pass turn. Cast down can't take out the Awakener, which is a legendary. Cleansing Nova can't. So I'm hoping he'll put some more resources in, but he doesn't. What's Cleansing Nova here? So I'm hoping they were holding back resources and they plan to play them next turn because they were probably expecting a board wipe, right? Ooh, okay. Or not. I could destroy that. But I think instead, let's scry. And black. We actually do need... Oh no, we have a black source right there. We could put the Godless Shrine in the bottom. We'll just play Sarkhan here. And get a dragon.
Magnificent!
So it's possible he has a burn spell here? Yeah, shocking.
Impossible.
We still got a 4/4 dragon out of it, so it's not too bad. And next turn we can play Bolas. Which we're going to go ahead and swing in. Okay. That's one Bedevil that he didn't use on my Nicol Bolas.
I am one again.
So a Veto here would be really nice. That's not a Veto. Is it ever? Is it ever what we want? Sometimes. Wow. Got rid of his land. Interesting. He must have something in his hand. Well, a few things in his hand he'd rather keep. Murder? Alright. Another Bedevil.
Time, Planeswalker.
Well, it'd be nice to draw a Command the Dreadhorde here. Alright, let's go ahead and scry. That's good. And I am going to play Oath of Kaya here, just to get it on the board and get a little bit more life. Let's get another Theater Fire. Okay, and a Murder. There's Shino. Alright. Okay. We'll Cleansing Nova next turn. So there's no point in using the cast down. Just Cleansing Nova here. So having a lot of the mass removal does help a lot with this deck, because you don't want creatures on the board unless they're your creatures. And most of the time, if you have your creatures out, you're pretty much in control of the game at this point, and you don't need the board wipe. Alright, we'll just Sarkhan again.
Feel the heat of my flame! Behold!
Alright, we'll just pass turn. Ooh, okay. Okay. So the choice here is Lightning Strike Sarkhan? Yeah.
There is no peace in defeat.
Not what we wanted. So he'll be able to murder my dragon next turn. Okay. This is a great card. I just love it. It can put on so much pressure, and it can win games by itself, and this is why I'm killing it. Okay, what has he got in here? Okay. So we're just gonna Ugin here.
Every exploit ripples through time.
Can he do this on my turn? He can. Ah, it's during your turn. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and -3 and destroy this. He'll kill Ugin, but it gets rid of his main thing he's doing. Like, Theater of Horror is really giving him a lot of extra value. And there's no point in playing our land. We have so many, so I figured, why not just keep a bluff in our hand? Nice, okay. So let's swing in again. Without his Theater of Horror, I feel like we've got this. We'll do it again. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Let's play this. So we should have this. I don't think there's anything he could really draw to regroup this game at this point.
Let's make this quick.
We'll go ahead and +1.
No
We'll play
pressure.
Sky Dancer.
I assist those hungry.
And you see, the life gain in this deck isn't crazy, but it's
It's
enough.
my domain.
I'm already back up to 20 life, so if I drew a Command the Dreadhorde right now, I could grab whatever I wanted. And we got that one. See, that's the power of, you know, decks that run a lot of Planeswalkers and stuff like that. It's just being able to come back like that. Because at a certain point, he was pretty much going to win that. I mean, that Theater of Horror, he was getting so much value off of it. He was killing my Planeswalkers left and right. I had to use my resources in specific ways. But, you know, top decking that Ugin, destroying his Theater of Horror, it helped me regain the game. And that's just why I love Planeswalkers so much and why I try to use as many of them as I can in a deck. We'll play one more, just see how things go. I do love playing this deck a lot, so it doesn't hurt to have a little bit more fun. Top deck. Ooh, I bet you anything is going to top deck some good stuff against me. I'm sorry for the bad joke. This is not a good hand. Not at all. But I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to throw Command the Dreadhorde back. I don't have any blue, so she needs to go away. I mainly kept this because of the 2 temples. Hopefully they can help us get to where we need to be. But if this is mono blue again, then it won't really matter. It's mono blue. Okay, well, at least we drew some blue. Scry again. Sarkhan's a good card. I'm never going to get it out, though, so we'll throw that away. So if we can get the Chandra, and possibly minus, we might have this. He's either gonna be able to play something from his hand, or he'll sack his Siren to stop this. Okay. That's one counter gotten rid of. That's the thing. We want him to use his counters so we can play our bigger things. Okay. So we can get our Nicol Bolas out. Can't spell pierce that. Well then, so, I guess he was. He was stuck on 2 lands, so that one was really quick. So you know we'll play one more. That one doesn't really feel like I should end the video on it. You know, even if I would lose the game, I would rather it be more of an actual game than just, oh, turn 4, I play Bolas. Oh, scoop. This hand seems fine. We can play our early game stuff pretty easily. We'll just place tapped. We don't have any temples, unfortunately. I love getting the temples early so you can, you know, scry through the trash. What is that? Proliferate deck? I'm not going to shock in anything just yet. I want to see what he's playing before I start casting down things.
Your loss will either be a tragedy or comedy of errors.
Okay. Okay. So I think we I almost want to Oath of Kaya to get him down to 2. But I think we're gonna scry here. We'll throw the Godless Shrine away. Yeah. Wait. We do need double white for Cleansing Nova if we draw it, but I'd rather... You know what? Let's keep it. That way we can get Ugin out. Oof, that's Gideon.
I walk a righteous path.
Interesting. Mono white.
Share in my light.
Planeswalker deck. So it's I'm used to playing against creature-based decks in best of 1. I honestly don't know what to do here. Let's just Oath of Kaya. Knock Gideon down a few notches. Wow. I really like this deck. It's very simple, but it's running some very powerful things. Definitely a new meaning to White Weenie. Alright, so... I kind of want to cast her down. I think we're gonna just Temple of Silence here. And go ahead and pass turn. Hopefully Gideon will do his buff on the Resplendent Angel, and we can cast it down. Okay. Running all the white planeswalkers.
We stand together.
This is a very interesting deck, though.
You are capable of more than you assume.
One less thing in our way. Okay. So we kinda have to play Elite Guardmage here. Alright. Man, that main decked Elderspell would be really nice right now. What was it? Tap all creatures. Oh, well, we lost. Wow.
Look how far you
Tap all creatures. I like this deck a lot. Man, this is.
Cleave the darkness.
I'm not even mad. I'm gonna let him just finish me off. Yep. Wow. I'm going to have to look into this. I love Arena for just letting me see these variety of decks. You know, back when I used to go to Friday Night Magic at an LGS that we used to have, I enjoyed it a lot. That's where I fell in love with Magic and I started playing. But it was usually the same decks every Friday. You know, everyone bought the cards they needed to make one deck that they thought was good, and they would just continue to upgrade it, and that's what they would play. I love the fact that Arena gives us access to so many different decks. We have all the cards available to us to play, and we have the ability to play with thousands of people across the world, and everyone wants to play something different. Yes, you have the people that want to play, you know, the tier 1 decks, and I play the tier 1 decks as well, because, you know, they're good decks. But there's still that uniqueness. You get to see new things when people are trying things out. You get to see the meta evolve every set. And that is why I love Arena so much. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. If you did, please give me a like. And if you want to keep watching me, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps out a lot. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye bye.